Stezo Radio is for adults only.
The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. Well, it's that radio show where we go toe to toe. Hot topic, dropping knowledge straight from Chicago, and it's our point of view. So tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spitting and simping. The Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show.
Young and Kurt, that nigga, Nola Fox, Flint the Pimp, Rickey, Bobby, Shorty got him, Ancient Kurt, and Remy. Alright, y'all, welcome back. Another episode of Stezo Radio. Finna get these intros. Go.
Yeah, it's your boy Ricky Bobby, the forever guest. Holla at me on IG, Ricky Bobby 26.
We got a special guest in the house. We're gonna let him introduce himself. This is his first time in the basement.
Ricky T, a.k.a. Blew Away. There's so many Rickies up in here that I'm going to go ahead and ride with that one.
Alright, we going with the topic because we was, like y'all know, we do a lot of pre-show. We was up here talking major shit. And we want to talk about these motherfuckers that's out here still pushing small-ass weight, but acting like they kingpins in the game. Acting
And they
like
super grown. And they super grown. Let's not forget that part.
Right, they acting like what's the show y'all like, that fake ass show y'all like, Power? They acting like they what's the dark skinned dude name from Power? Ghost. Acting like they ghosts.
See, that's not dark skin. You thinking about
Well, he darker than cornbread. Shit, why
he ain't darker than Tommy though.
He ain't dark. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here acting like they ghosts, but they still just moving pebbles.
And then they get caught with 10 bags in their pocket.
Shout out to Tommy, Chi-Town's finest.
They get caught
And
with
this
10.5s.
this ain't a knock to motherfuckers still in the game. I mean, I know a lot of motherfuckers still in the game, but guess what they don't do? They don't brag about being kingpins if they ain't moving kingpin shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you motherfuckers is still out here moving an ounce of weed, acting like you got the block on lock. Oh, well, hold on real fast. Music on this one, man. Background music gonna be from our man Nate Grams. I think it's official. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit appropriate to go with Nate Grams on this topic.
Got him.
I could dig it. Hey, the thing that I was tripping on was when we was growing up, you know how you'll hear about somebody old man might be a dope dealer?
Yeah.
But you only knew that because they'll wear flashy gym shoes, their gear be up, but you be like, this dude got to be doing something because he not only wearing a pair of Jordans here and there, he getting every one that come out.
Yeah.
So it got to be something that's going on up inside the crib. But I don't know what it was about how the fathers was back then that was doing that thing. They even taught their sons, don't go to school bragging about me.
Yeah.
Should nobody know what it is that I'm doing? So we'll take somebody, for example, that we might have went to school with. They pops come pick them up in a LAC, come pick them up in an IROC or something like that. And we just kind of left it for speculation what was going on. But it wasn't no bragging. It wasn't no, let me tell you what my old man doing, because at the end of the day, some of them shorties would have put up a scheme like, I want to come run up in the crib.
Yeah, or tell they older brothers.
Tell they older brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that. My cousin, I had a cousin, his old man was in the game. Of course, we don't talk about names and we don't talk about situations. But his old man was in the game. And one time we had company over at the crib when his old man was gone. And his old man snapped. And it wasn't the fact that we had company over at the crib. It's because of what he did. He didn't want nobody at the crib. He didn't want nobody to run up on a pack or something and then anything. Yeah. So people was more to they self as opposed to not just being out there with it now.
Yeah, now it seems like they won't. I be seeing motherfuckers posting they traps on the internet. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, IG should not see how you moving. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see, one thing we was taught back in the day, like, motherfuckers really doing shit, don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you bragging on shit, it's kind of like the whole scenario when women used to say back in the day, oh, if you talking about how big your dick is, you ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't doing shit, you ain't slanging shit. But you know, the motherfucker that brag on how much money he got or what you doing, you ain't doing shit. So it's showed, it's not told. You see what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker that's really making money, they don't wear flashy shit. They don't drive flashy cars.
Yeah.
They try to be low key as possible.
They look like Bill Gates. What he looked like.
Right.
If anybody ever seen Bill Gates before, you can't even look at that man and tell he got money. As a matter of fact, if he walking down the street, he blend in with the crowd. You want to be able to pick him out.
Motherfuckers wearing Kmart, Walmart shoes and shit, but with some fucking polo shirts on and some motherfucking khaki shorts.
You know something that
nothing fancy.
I kind of been thinking on that topic though. I think the reason why we flash the way that we do, if we kind of go back to the way that we was treated and we was looked at like we was nothing, it's almost like they had that concept of if I look good, then they know I'm doing good.
I mean, no, that's
so
very
we were so
true.
focused on that,
That's
as
very
opposed
true.
to just doing good within our households. We wanted to show people that we was doing good. So I think they kind of took that concept and ran with it. You already know as these generations go on, they dumb down. So if you got a shorty that's like, I finna spend all this bread so you could see that I got this money, or I finna flash it, because it's an image that they think they gotta uphold.
But I'm wondering about the small time dealers. Are they just trying to live a lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Like, do they want to just sit up there and be like, man, I don't understand it, I don't get it, but I just want to act like I'm moving dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that it? Like, you get an ounce and like, do you feel like you the man because you selling drugs?
Right.
Is that what it is?
Right.
You introduced to some shit that you ain't used to. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie, every motherfucker that was really first time in the game, they start making a little money and seeing some different shit, they gonna brag on it, you know what I'm saying, be flashy with it. But when you realize what you're really risking and what you really got, that's when shit kind of, you know what I'm saying, ease up. But like Pimp C said, you know what I'm saying, we was born kings, so that's why we like flashy shit, you know what I'm saying. We like to be on top of the game. And
Yeah.
But when you look at them other cats, you say to yourself, maybe they say that you got to think, man. A motherfucker have a conversation within itself, and maybe he say to himself, "I ain't shit, bro," and these niggas is the shit, and I gotta look like I'm the shit too, because at the end of the day, right? If you was one of them type of dudes that was born with low self-esteem or had less than somebody else, and I'm not going to put you on the status of being jealous. I'm going to put you on the status of just wanting more. And when you see somebody else around you that got that, it's like, shit, why can't I have that shit too? This nigga ain't no different than me.
But it's a difference between talking about it, saying it, and showing it. Like, I ain't going to lie, you know what I'm saying? They say you look like $1 million, you feel like $1 million, you can make $1 million. So I'll go out, you'll go out and spend your last just to look good, so a motherfucker think you got that status, you know what I'm saying? And the money will flock to you.
But you cry in the car.
Yeah.
Because you know you ain't shit.
Exactly.
But think about it though. You still small time pushing.
Right. But
why not keep it quiet?
That's what I'm saying. It's a difference between saying it and showing it. Like, even if you ain't got shit, you look good, motherfucker think you got something, versus a motherfucker saying, oh, I got this and I got that, but you can't show and prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when we all go out, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker talking, I got this money, I got that money. But we get to the bar, hey, can I borrow $10, $20, you know what I'm saying? You can't even get in, you know? Can I get $10 to get in this motherfucking club, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they tell they money tied up in some bullshit.
But you got on motherfucking $400-$500 outfit.
Check.
You got on $700 Robbins jeans, and you riding with me, and you can't even pay to get in the club. Or
But that's why they didn't spend their money.
Exactly.
But kind of like as we was going around, I kind of like missed something that I think we all missed. It's about the women, bro. I think at the end of the day, people stunt the way they stunt because it's about the women. That's what they want. They want to impress them, and they want them to want them. Because if you just look at an average dude, he ain't doing nothing that he doing for no other dude.
But why do they brag to their guys? Like you said, the guy with the 10 bags. Why is the guy with the 10 bags telling you he Nino? Like, him telling you that not going to bring him no coochie?
I think that's bragging rights so that you could walk off saying that he the man. That's kind of a sad. But what I'm saying is that's what we actually know that he got. But that nigga go tell you that he got bells. He gonna tell you he got 10 bells. But we gonna know that what's up in his pocket is 10 bags.
Right.
And at the same time, this motherfucker might be smoking. He might not even have no intent to sell, distribution or anything like that. But he gotta make it seem like he the man to you. Of course they go stunt for the women, but he won't, for some strange reason, for you to go home with a story to tell. How many niggas have we done caught up on the line say, my cousin got that car?
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
When a nigga say, you'll see a some slick ride past sitting on some wheels or something, sound nice, look nice. And what the first thing a motherfucker say about their mouth? Oh, nigga, my cousin got one of them. And you like, what the fuck is you lying about your cousin that we don't even know for?
Right. And it's your cousin, ain't yours.
It's just something about bragging rights. Bragging rights is one. They want you to go tell a story about them and the women.
But that's why I guess I get lost, because if you still selling dope, like if you've been in the game since teenage and you still moving small packs,
24 years,
right? You've been in 24 years. Like you supposed to be quiet about what you're doing. Everybody not supposed to know that you. I mean, this is illegal activity we talking about here,
right.
people. You know what I'm saying?
But do y'all
everybody
think
ain't supposed to know
rappers is
that.
blame for that?
Huh?
Do y'all think rappers is to blame for that?
If you a follower, yeah.
I kind of want y'all to go back just a couple years to when Jeezy came out. If you think about it, it was underground rappers that was bragging about what they was doing. That's been going on for years.
Right.
But if we talk about taking it mainstream, if I kind of sway that way, Jeezy really was the first artist to take dope mainstream to where they made it seem like it was cool to sell dope. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I would say Jeezy, because of what he did, how he opened up a door, he spawned a song called I'm in Love with the Coco. I say he spawned it. He influenced it. Not saying that he had his hands to do with it, but when you look at Jeezy now, Jeezy look back at that, and Jeezy not that same type of artist no more. So at the same time,
that goes back to what I was just finna bring up. The point. Well, a lot of niggas fail to realize that when you get in the game, initially back in the day, it was to be temporary till the point you say, okay, I'm going to sell dope till I get myself out this rut and can do better with my life.
Right.
But motherfuckers start making it a career. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how much money I make, I'm going to keep selling this dope because I'm used to that lifestyle instead of taking what they can get out the game and move forward with their life.
But Scarface said it better. When you get in it, it's something that happens you can't get out. It's just like if you see a girl jumping double dutch. When she's snapping off and she's skipping that rope cold, she ain't finna stop until the game stop her. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with dope. With basketball, any game that you apply to, if you cold, you not gonna stop until somebody stop you. Jordan couldn't stop.
But don't you move up though?
Still,
some people satisfied with where they are.
That's the point. Like
I think it's an addiction.
You were supposed to just you're right. It's addiction to the lifestyle to the point where you don't answer to nobody. You can do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Till your
you
ass start getting in trouble.
Clock. You ain't gotta. That shit don't matter no more.
Yeah, but you can flip that money and buy your own
That's
business.
That's what I'm saying. But
it's an addiction to that rush of doing the illegal.
But it go back to a cloth that you cut from. If you don't have it in you anyway, it's almost like you might have a father that you grew up with in the household, and he might steer you the right way, but you still may go left. But at the same time, in the midst of you going left, you never go forget that you was taught. I don't think a lot of these niggas was taught the right way. They had niggas just like them to look up to, as opposed to somebody that was better than them to look up to. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have nobody that's better than you, and you got the same nigga to look up to you that's just like you, what the fuck is you gonna learn?
But like you said, it's the guidance that they got. The rappers make it seem like it's cool to stay in the game for life.
But are the rappers really fucking doing what they saying?
Nah.
Why are they telling you to do it and you getting fucked up behind it? And they not even really living. They making show money, mixtape money. And if you look at the rap game and you into that, that's actually some lucrative money. They could look like they selling dope, but they not actually selling dope.
Well, do that
exactly?
But do that only fall to the rappers? Do that fall to our generation?
It falls. I feel it falls to the generation above us because they stopped. Either most of them was locked up or dead. So the guys
but they taught us off. But they taught us though. We wasn't like not saying we, but when motherfuckers we knew was moving ounces or this that. Like remember back in the day when we was teenagers, 8 balls was big.
Right.
But you didn't grab an 8 ball feeling like it was a key.
You're right.
You knew your lane was 8 ball. You know what I'm saying?
But you were supposed to graduate from 8 ball to some shit that's gonna make you some real money to get the fuck out the game.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's why I'm asking. Do you think we dropped the ball on these new school hustlers now?
I don't think we did. I think people just took their own ideas and ran with it. I really believe that what we're dealing with right now is a rebellious generation that kind of turned away from what we was taught and what we was taught was right. Because even back then we had these big dope dealers, it was still handfuls. And at the same time, they still did it in a way like what we was just saying, where they wasn't bragging about what they was doing. But when you was just taking what you was just saying about somebody that'll take an 8-ball and now all of a sudden in their mind they a kingpin, that's because they know the motherfuckers that they surrounded by, they not doing what they doing.
Oh,
so they put themselves on that pedestal.
Right,
and when I put myself up here, because you know that I'm taking a risk that you not willing to take, you gonna respect me too. Because nigga, you ain't shit. You just sitting in the crib chilling. Maybe you might get some allowance from your mama.
Right.
Maybe you might get a little job where you make, but I'm flipping little packs.
Right.
And then your man is big because you not doing the shit.
Right.
I'm gonna do what I do and piggyback off what Stezo said, and you know what I'm saying? It's on our generation to guide them, to let them know, like, this ain't cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no future with this. So do what you got to do to get out the game once you get in. But it's our fault because we don't give them guidance enough to know that it's other things out there to do besides get out of jail and go look for a job knowing you can't get one because you are in the system now.
I have never seen nobody that made $1 million off of dope that the feds didn't watch. It's impossible to get that high and not be watched. Every time you hear a story, it's a lot of people that ended up being successful. Now, something may happen where they kind of stay under the radar and get out the game.
But
when you get to a point where you get money like that, man,
but like
it's
you just
no
said,
future.
Like you just, that's my whole point. That person that made $1 million knows it ain't no future in this, so he should be preaching to the ones that's buying dope from him. You making $1 million, you selling dope to these shorties out here.
Yeah.
You supposed to be one telling them, like, okay, I'm going to hook you up with this right now, but don't make this a career. You know, don't make it a lifestyle.
But what you think?
Do better with yourself.
What do you think it is that stopped him from saying that? Do you think at the end of the day, even though he know that, it stops him from getting sales too? If I sell cigarettes, and I know the dangers of the cigarettes, I'm not making no money if I tell you cigarettes cause cancer. So in the back of my mind,
so you said they really don't care.
I ain't even gonna say that they don't care, but it's another thing that kind of takes over. I care, but I gotta make money. And in the midst of me caring, I think that's where the scales kind of fall off balance. Because do I care enough to stop you, or do I care, or do I don't care enough to say nothing? Because saying nothing keep me making money.
So you saying it's more of a morality thing?
I think it's more of a morality thing.
Because I feel like you get more kickback. If you got 5-10 shorties buying dope from you and you tell them to go get on and do something better with your life, I think they'll come back and look at me like, you know what I'm saying, you was right, old school, you know what I'm saying?
You looked out for me.
Exactly. You put me on game, so I want to get you out the game.
Yeah.
And that's how we was back then. We looked out for each other. Like, I know you in the rut, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to be doing this just like you told me. So I got myself together.
Yeah, do shorties give gifts? Like back in that's a good ass point, Ricky Bobby. Do shorties give gifts to the old heads like we used to do?
No.
Like, come through.
Don't nobody pay homage to the old.
They might come through and buy you a 3-5 and
none of that.
Drink a bottle with you, but ain't no, hey man, you put me on, so I want to put you on.
Yeah.
Nah, ain't no more of that.
But that take us back down to the level of just individual respect. It just may be a handful that does that. But if you look at it as a whole, I think selfishness done took over so much that who the fuck is you and what fuck make you think you put me on? I put myself on. I did this for myself.
I took them chances.
So they take away from they forget what they learned from the old heads, and ain't nobody blessing the old heads no more. Even though they the ones that gave them game,
right.
Whether they admit it or not. A lot of us is who we are now today because of the old heads and what they put us on too.
Right, but like
because
Stezo said, our generation kind of fell off with the whole guidance thing because they instilled in us that, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to reach for you. I want you to be better than me. Don't be like me. And that whole concept fell off with our generation because a lot of us went to jail, and like I say, it was so much naivety. Naivety.
What? How Youngin said naivety. Naivete. I don't know how to pronounce that shit.
Saying it 4 times without
a problem.
But
naivety.
Naivety. I thought you was trying to say negativity.
It's
naivety.
Yeah,
but
naivety. Yeah,
what do that mean?
You naive.
Naive.
Oh, naivety.
Yeah.
Naivety. Damn.
Naivety.
Yeah. Naivety. Some shit like that.
Naivety. You motherfucking English major.
But he said so smooth though.
Don't.
He just flowed.
And I challenged him. He said it like 6 times, like no problem. I'm like, come on, younger, you showing us up right now.
And so you think that's what it is though? They caught up with that.
They like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no more guys out here to the point where, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shorty, get out the game. They just keep buying dope from you. I don't care. When you get out of jail, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no get out the game because you done got this case. Just when you get out of jail, come back and get another pack from you.
So, but let me ask you this. Do you think in that same right that we've stopped talking to our sons about this game?
No, I don't think we did. I think we don't educate our sons on the game because we know what the game about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think
just others outside of that family circle. Yeah. We're not reaching out to them.
Like, you know, for example, I mean, I know all of y'all, you know what I'm saying, for decades. So I know our kids not in that because of us.
Right.
But if we came across a cousin or a nephew that we like, damn, you fucking with that shit, and we see that they in it, they ain't finna leave it, then you know what? Hey, let me holler at you about what you should and shouldn't do. I think that's how it goes down.
Yeah, I think that we need to go back to that because it's so many. I think, okay, Ricky Bobby asked a question about morality a little while ago, and I think it does go down to that because if I don't want to see you going down the wrong path and I don't want to see, it kind of goes like I have to want to love you. In a sense, I gotta want to care enough about you
to educate you.
To educate you.
Yes.
But so now it does go back to morality because what happens that we don't care no more. If we know that we done been there and we know the ins and outs of it and how to steer you away from it, what happened there as a whole?
You're right. We probably don't care about that certain. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this one question. Not to get off the subject, but do y'all feel like it got something to do with these mothers out here? Like, a lot of women, like, you ain't his daddy, you can't tell him nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, sometimes.
Yeah, then they kind of lean. If we there, then we got to go to this too. They do this to the daddy. It ain't just the boyfriend. You ain't in his life. You ain't got to be his boyfriend. Or like, if you see a shorty out here wild and reckless, and you know what I'm saying, you trying to steer him right, but then you try to get a little pressure on him, and his mama try to spaz out and jump in, like, most people gonna fall back. Like, you know what? That's too much for me. You know, I got enough going on over here with me selling dope, police on me. I got to worry about her calling and telling the police what I'm doing, and you know what I'm saying?
Like,
I
think if the mother know that the kid is in that game because she's benefiting, let's be real,
right?
I think she should, not saying honor and respect, but she should realize that
you trying to do something.
Yeah, he's the not the father figure, but he's the male figure in your child life because your child is in the game.
I've heard of mothers turning a blind eye to their sons that's in the game, and it's because of what you just said, Stezo. They are benefiting from this. And when you benefiting from, but at the same time though, in some situations, you really can't knock up, man. I really think that
no, I don't knock them.
When we go to the core of the thing, like I grew up in Cabrini Green. When we go to the core of it, we came from these inner cities, and so we had this nothing to look up to, nothing to have. Some of our parents was on drugs and things like that. Some of our daddies wasn't around. So, of course, it all started with that. I got to do something because it ain't nothing else out here to do. And really, it is something else out there to do when you decide that you want to reach for a career in the education, which can happen. Mm-hmm. But you might not have that particular person. Hey, you got either a negative influence or you got a positive influence. Mm-hmm. And whichever one show themselves the most in your life, that's who you go flow with.
Yeah, you're about right about that. That's what
I'm saying though. Like, you got somebody that's in the game doing negative, but they telling your son not to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm the one that sold you your first pack, or you know what I'm saying, put you on with your first pack, because I know you and moms need money in the house right now. But you done went to jail, caught this case. You know what I'm saying? You came out. I see your mama trying to make you do something better with your life, so I step up like, hey, this ain't what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? But you want to be hard-headed, go home, be disrespectful to mom, so...
Well, you know, that kind of go with being a child, though. Huh? That kind of go with being a child.
Yeah, you got to...
No, but I'm saying, my thing is, like, if you do step up, like, I put you on this pack, I put you in this position.
Right.
Now you come home, I see you a good kid. I don't want you doing this no more. So I'm gonna press you to the point where, you know what I'm saying, we get into it and you go home and your mama talking about some, well, don't come around my son, but I'm the one that's trying to tell him to do something better with his life, even though I put him in this situation.
But
I'm trying to help you
that's
change.
why though. Because you're the one who put him there.
Right.
She don't really trust that and believe
Right.
that you're gonna be the one to bring him out of it.
Okay.
Sometimes.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
That was another thing that I was gonna go into. My question was, are you trying to steer them in the right direction while doing the wrong thing still?
Yeah, or bring them to a new hustle.
Because at the same time, they could be saying like, I hear what you're saying, motherfucker, but fuck you, because you still in the game.
Yeah.
You still doing the same shit. So it's easier to steer somebody in the right direction when you done been that, done that, and now you not doing that.
But
if you still doing that, you really can't tell me nothing.
But if
You got your dick in the pussy and you tell me don't fuck.
No, I'm gonna just tell you don't fuck raw. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you
but I
don't
can still fuck. But I can still
just
fuck.
don't fuck raw. Because now you gonna fuck yourself. Like,
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
I'm trying to tell you about some shit that I went through. Because I've been down this path you trying to choose, and I know it's not the way to go.
You know what I'm realizing though? We saw our elders as cheat sheets, and the new generation, I want to say, but the new generation see elders as fuck ups.
Yeah, I can.
You know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
You didn't accomplish
what
you
trying
set out to do, right? You know what I'm saying? But we saw them as cheat sheets. Like an old head tell us something, it's just like, oh, okay, I ain't think about that.
Yeah.
And then the situations do come up, and you like, I already know how to do this because he kind of explained it a little bit to me.
I just won't go that direction that he went.
Yeah.
You know, a second ago, y'all had said something that made sense when, you know, you was talking about men and being that role model. Or I don't even know if we actually said that, but maybe I missed something. But what I wanted to add into it was, in my situation, when I said I grew up in Cabrini, of course, when I came home from school, whatever I was doing, I seen the gangbangs outside in front of the building. Niggas was selling dope and doing what they was doing. And even though I saw them, and I seen the way some of them was flashy and what they was driving, I wanted it. But I had a father there that was there too. Stepfather. He was there at the house. And so by him being at the house, it got a chance for me to go positive. As opposed to, that's why I say you either got a positive role model or a negative role model, but the one who shows himself in your life the most, that's who you're going to end up flowing with. Because I had him in life, that's what helped me out.
You saying a steady, you know what I'm saying, sight of that, like a constant every day.
But it gotta be consistent, Steve.
Yeah.
Even with if it's any ladies that's out there listening right now, and I know there are, you have to allow your son to be able to take advantage of having that male role model in their life, where they actually spend time with them, where they seeing them, where they being around them, because they have to actually physically see that they don't have to be a part of that type of life. Yeah, because if you just telling them, that's one thing. But for them to be able to have some hands-on of not having to be a part of that, like, that's the only way they're going to listen to.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, if you stuck in the hood and you ain't got nowhere else to go, but you got this one person that's not doing what he's telling you to do.
Right.
Why not feed off of that energy and, you know what I'm saying, take some heed to what he's saying to you? Because, like I say, I come from the city, and I didn't really get right until I came to the suburbs.
Right.
So it's you know what I'm saying? I was around negativity all day. I had guys in the hood telling me, like, look, man, don't hang out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't what you want to do with your life.
Find something else.
Yeah. And then I come to the suburbs, and I see, you know what I'm saying, a whole new clique of guys that I linked up with doing something positive. So now I'm changing my thinking. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And they weren't even elders. They were my peers. You see what I'm saying? So it's always an outlet, but
it's just on whether or not you take advantage of it.
Have y'all ever looked at a peer as an elder?
I have. I have
too. I'm not
because
gonna lie.
It's always guys that got that old soul. Even not even guys, women out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's always somebody that just be like, you know what, man. This ain't what you want to do. Like, you finna go hang out with them guys over here. I'm finna go over here and do this. You know what I'm saying? So you should come with me.
You know, it's funny that you asked that question, because it's like, if I take like LaRod for an example, you know, with Rod, he always, whatever he wanted,
I was thinking him too.
like career goal, if he say, man, I'm finna go get this job, he go get that job.
Hells yeah.
And like since I've been knowing him, he done been a manager. He done been a supervisor. When we was shorties, we started at Blockbuster. Motherfucker, he was the manager of motherfucking Blockbuster, and we was fresh out of high school.
Right.
When we was working at Checkers, he was running shit at Checkers, nigga. I'm like, this the same motherfucker sitting on the bus with me smoking blunts and shit.
Yeah.
He a fucking assistant manager. But what I'm saying is that it's some people like it's this in them. Court. If we take Court for example, you see how the way he is. Anything that he do, he go. If he get focused on something, he go do it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
I look at Stezo like that,
and I look up to people.
The whole
like
time
that.
we coming up, like I can't do this. I need a job. Stezo like start a new job every other month, and he making good money though. Like
Yeah.
he always know where to look for stuff, and I still come to him to this day like. Man, Joe, I need this and that done. I would, you know what I'm saying? I get guidance from him, and we in the same peer group. So
Yeah,
like,
I do too. I like out of all of y'all, I can pick what I can get from y'all.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
On something positive.
everyone.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's what it is. These new cats in the game, because if we take it all the way back to what we first started talking about when we began the podcast, we were talking about. When you bragging about this little that you're doing,
Yeah.
and even with that little that you're doing, it's still not worth bragging about because you still bragging about a lifestyle you shouldn't be doing anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
We stop looking at it as something that we get in and get out. One question that we was talking about on Facebook one time, at the end of the day, who really can say that they doing this to support their family when we got stuff like link cards and food stamps that's actually feeding your family?
That's
Are
true.
you really selling dope to feed your family, or are you
That's
selling
true.
dope for your own purpose
selling
reasons?
it
Do
fucking
y'all remember the
convenience.
beginning of Biggie album, Juicy? Remember the beginning of Biggie song, Juicy? When he was like, for all the neighbors that called the police on me when I was just trying to feed my daughter.
Yeah.
But when I look at Biggie's situation, yeah, that sound all good and tough and all that, and we believed in you because you were Biggie and shit, but motherfucker, your baby mama got food stamps. You didn't have to hustle to support your daughter. That's
What?
just some shit
I mean,
that we
but
say that.
food stamps ain't finna feed your kids, though.
Don't get me wrong. Let me reel that back in because, of course, we got listeners that may take that the wrong way. I'm not knocking nobody that's saying that they had to do that. But what I'm saying is that I think the beginning of the problem is we don't have enough people that's keeping it real. I
Yeah.
sold dope because it was able to make me money to buy side shit that food stamps couldn't buy.
Exactly.
But don't say fed my daughter when the
Yeah.
government fed your daughter. Your dope probably put clothes on your daughter
Name
and bought
brand
her
clothes.
Jordans and shit.
Right.
But you said, and then even back in the days, Public Aid used to give you cash with your food stamps.
They did.
So niggas gotta stop using that excuse that I'm hustling to feed my. No, the fuck you ain't.
Yeah.
Because if you live in
Because
the inner
grandma
city,
can feed your daughter.
bro, if you live in the inner city, and everybody know the inner city, the majority of the people, if I could say 98% of the people that lives in the inner city, they getting food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
So you not doing that to feed your
But,
family.
okay,
Stop with that lie.
Let me elaborate on that real quick, because I feel where you're coming from, but it's like different scenarios out here. So, say grandma on crack, or grandma ain't in the picture. Like you say, grandma can feed the baby, and you say link or food stamps
Food
feed the
stamps
baby.
feed the baby, right.
But you got people out here with like baby mamas. They got 4, 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? So that them food stamps gonna go so far. That little cash gonna go so far. So you gotta do what you gotta do for your seed. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but a lot of times the food stamps go far enough for their ass to be able to sell them motherfuckers. So
Ooh,
if
you
sell
right.
them-
Yeah,
if you
you
selling
right.
stamps, you can afford to feed your family. And then
No,
also
but I'm saying,
link
if
be
you
based on
selling-
how many kids
if
you
you
got.
selling it, then how you gonna put food on the table?
Now, I do give the benefit of the doubt to people who have been in crack homes, who have mothers that's on crack and a father that's not there. Because it's a possibility that your mother is selling the food stamps.
Yeah.
So you can't get them. So you got to hustle so you can
Right.
feed your brother and your sister or something like that, because your mom fucking never let the food stamps make it to the house because she's smoking them motherfuckers.
Not even
Yeah.
that. You say you from Cabrini Green. So what about the scenarios where you gotta sell the stamps to keep on the lights and the heat? You know what I'm saying? So now you still need food on the
Yeah,
table.
that does happen.
Clothes on the back. You know what I'm saying? Like
That does happen.
it's different scenarios where it works out that way. Like,
But you do have some who just lie.
You do. You got a lot. You got a lot.
And I'm glad you said that, because that's why I took that back And I said that at the same time, I don't want to offend nobody, and I know that there are people that has to do that legitimately.
No, I was just
but what
really
I'm saying is
defending
that
what Biggie said. You know what I'm saying?
now I only use Biggie for an example,
Right? I
because he
was,
he said it mainstream right there on this album where everybody's able to hear. But there's so many motherfuckers using that as a cop out.
It is
saying that I hustle to feed my fuck you didn't.
Now
you
once
hustle
again,
so you could dress nice and
right,
look
and
good.
had that
once
fly
again, it goes back to the baby mamas. You see what I'm saying? Like, is she working with me or against me? Because if I,
but what if they ain't even around? Niggas still doing that shit.
Ricky Bobby does not like baby mothers.
I'm just saying.
I don't.
I'm just saying. Let's just say the female ain't even in the picture. You still got motherfuckers moving packs saying I'm doing this to feed my daughter with a Davucci leather. Oh, no, Davucci. Did I say Davucci?
Man.
Did I say Davucci?
I miss my Davucci. I miss Averex.
Hey, right.
Averex.
Yes.
I went. You know what? I went personal right there. I ain't gonna say his name, but I'm just
I
saying.
miss my Davucci.
My man wearing the custom leather.
The Pelly,
the Chi-Town, right? The Chi-Town classic.
Say Pelly.
Right,
okay.
To this
Classic.
day, Pelly still a hit.
He got the Pelly leather on, got the Cuban link, got the Rolex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Riding around that BMW 745.
Right.
And he telling me I'm doing this to feed my daughter.
Right.
No, the fuck you ain't.
Everything I just named could have fed your daughter for how many years?
And that's what I go back
You
to.
feel me?
My original statement. You supposed to get in the game to better yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? You supposed to get in the game to do what you gotta do to get out the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the game started. But like I say, people started making it careers, and it got so to the point where I know I can do this to make some money instead of striving to better myself. This is guaranteed. It's quick. I got this with no problems.
You know the reality of selling dope? It ain't an easy job.
It's not nowadays, but it was back then.
No, back then,
I think it was actually worse back then.
Yeah, I think it was. I was going to say that too.
This is what I think is scary about selling dope. All you got to do is just take the movie Paid in Full for an example and apply that to anybody's situation. When you got somebody that was that close to you, that would kill you, because if y'all go back to the end of that movie, Rich said, I got 25 that I got to take for whatever the fuck. I don't know the numbers and everything that actually went back and forth. But the main line was he wanted to say, remember they kidnapped his nephew?
Yeah.
He had the bricks that he had because he wanted to flip them so he can get the money so he can get his nephew back.
Yeah.
This motherfucker Alpo was so caught up in what he was caught up in.
Yeah.
It was like, nigga, fuck your nephew. I'm about to murk you because I want what you get. So selling dope is hard as a fuck.
Yeah.
A window washer has a higher chance of living his entire life out than the average dope dealer. Because when you got a car, let's just go to a car. We all on the same block. We grew up on the same block. We lived on the same block.
Right.
We all flipping packs and we doing. We bullshit ass niggas that's tricking off our money. Steve, you say, I finna flip my money and I finna give me some shit. Now we jealous of you. The same niggas that you grew up with. And because we want 5 minutes of your fame, we go kill you.
Yeah.
And grieve your family and take you away from everything for an entire lifetime because we want 5 fucking minutes of what it's like to live your life.
Yeah.
And it all boils down to because we wasn't doing what we were supposed to do with our money. You did. We hated you for it, and so we killed you for it.
But you gotta reflect.
Selling
on
dope
the
is a
fact
hard
that
fucking
back
life, bro.
then, loyalty was a big thing. Because if you think about it,
No, I don't think loyalty was big back then.
When you look at gang, man, and hear all the stories of all the dope,
the same scenario,
syndicate families, it's all the same shit.
Yeah.
same scenario. If they had a never bought Rico in the situation, A and Mitch would have been straight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A was loyal to Mitch because he put
But Rick,
him on.
how do you know that nigga go turn on you? How do you know that this nigga that's down go change it to another nigga?
Yeah,
You
get caught with 5 keys in the car.
Because Rick, the reason why I said that because motherfucking Ace and Rico could have did it to each other.
Yeah.
They could AZ and Rico could have did it. I mean, and AZ and Rich, they could have did that to each other. But it just so happened that Alpo came into the game and Alpo was the one that did it.
Yeah.
But if Alpo wasn't in the story, it was another Alpo that was gonna come and do it.
I always
you really
said
telling me you felt Mitch would have did Alpo the way
I'm not
Rico
saying
did.
that he might not have did it, but another motherfucker was gonna come along and do it. It might
That's
not have
what
been
I'm saying.
specifically
Stop
him.
bringing all these new people in your circle.
I see what you're saying. When you got somebody that's a core, stay within that core.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
What is it that make you
gotta-
go outside
gotta
that
learn
core
how to-
and
you
go
gotta
for
learn how to-
somebody else?
You know what
Money.
I'm saying? Deal with people from a distance.
But money makes you bring in the new
But
motherfucker.
Rico
So then
wasn't
that's
bringing in no
greed
money.
because you possibly
Rico
making
wasn't
enough
doing
money
nothing
already.
for them.
But that's the thing, though. When you in that game, it ain't no such thing as enough money. Think about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. That's my whole point. You get in and get out. They had clearly.
Yeah, you right, nigga. McDonald's
clearly
make
had
more
enough
money
money.
than any motherfucking restaurant. They still trying to make
They
money.
Hell
clearly
yeah.
had
It's
enough money
called
to get out
power.
the game.
After money
When
is
he
no
came-
longer an equation, it's about power.
When
Yeah.
he came home from jail, when Mitch came home, they had enough money amongst them too. Alpo could have set both of them up for life. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, invest your money.
Right, but what happened though? He came back. Mitch told you, I'm a dope dealing, I'm a hustler motherfucker. This is all I know.
Well, look, I'ma
Will
do
the
what
fans
you
still
want.
love me?
I'm gonna
You
fall
know?
back from all this. You
But
want to
again-
deal with Rico?
And that was
you
a
deal with
glorious
Rico.
moment in that movie,
Yeah, because
wasn't it?
that shit was true.
That nigga made me want to go sell
Yeah,
some
he was like,
dope.
I'm like Bird, I'm like Magic out there. You know, if I
Yeah,
stop
it's the
doing
love
He
this,
of the
said they
game.
love me,
Yeah.
B.
yeah, well, they
They
still
love
love
me.
me.
But how much guidance did Alpo try to give him with that? When
Yeah.
he said that, you could have said, "Man, it's some other love out here," or you could feed these people a different way. You see
But
what
that's
I'm
what-
saying?
Okay.
But not. It's not Alpo that you talk about. Is what was it? Rich
Talk about
Alpo
AZ.
and AZ. AZ said it though. He told him.
Alpo, Mitch, and Rico.
AZ.
But he.
No.
Well, I don't know their real names.
But he told him though. At the end of the day, what else is it, man?
Yeah.
He was trying to tell him. But Rich had it in his mind. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. This me. That's
Yeah.
it. That's why he said all that superstar ass speech that he said.
Yeah, that was the
Because
life- the
felt
life he
the man.
wanted.
But at the same time, AZ was already saying from the jump, I'm not living like this for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
My point exactly. But you were supposed to show him
but you
a different
can't though.
lifestyle.
But you
though.
can't show him if you
can't.
still living that lifestyle, man.
I mean,
That's what we
yeah.
was just talking
You
about.
really can't.
It's just like we was talking about that older role model. Yeah, you could tell me all day long, go do something different, go do something different. But while you telling me to do something different, you serving me a pack.
right. Okay.
Like, okay, for example,
You see what I'm saying?
Not to
I
keep
do,
bringing up
I do.
examples, but remember the fucking Wire. That's my favorite TV show.
Right.
You had Avon and you had Stringer.
Right.
Stringer was trying to go legit. He showed him flat out, man, while you was locked up, Avon, I didn't legitimize this shit.
Right.
He go keys to a truck in your name. We can show real money.
Right.
Avon wanted that life.
Same thing with
You
the
see what I'm
show
saying?
that you despise, Power. You know what I'm saying? He
Don't
tried.
say despise. I just don't watch. I just don't watch Power. It's a love story.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, think about it.
Right,
He
but
showed him.
he tried to show him something different with the nightclubs. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I feel
And
you.
he
I
like,
feel you.
well, this ain't me, B. You know what I'm saying? I'm about the streets.
Yeah, they
So-
want that street love versus that corporate or that mainstream love.
Right,
you
but
know?
you gotta give him time to get used to that lifestyle. Like you come from where he coming from. You see what I'm saying? So I understand what y'all saying, but like you gotta put it in their face. Like, okay,
I don't think it still matter, man. I mean, I get it. I would love it if it did. Only reason why I think it don't matter is when both of y'all are kids,
right,
let's say at 10 or 12, that one child is saying, "I want to rule these streets."
right.
The other child is saying, "I want to rule, this
world.
this
I
world."
want
you
to
know
rule
what I'm saying?
nations. I want to
Yeah,
make a
so
difference.
like for example, you may have a guy you came up with, and this motherfucker he's a shooter. That's
Right.
what he do. He's a shooter. He want to be known as the killer on the block. No matter what you try to do to bring him out of that,
I feel you.
You know?
I got people like that in my life to this day. Like,
yeah, that's why I brought it up.
you know
I
what
mean,
I'm
it's
saying?
just,
Like, you try to show them something different, but if that's my point is if you not showing them that you about that life, or you have that to show what back up what you saying.
right.
If I'm telling you get out the game, do this, do that, if you ain't got it and you can't show me a better lifestyle, then this is what I'm used to. This is what I know. I'm gonna stick to that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say I feel what y'all saying, but
I think another aspect of it is persistence. You can't tell me one or two times. You gotta take me
That's
under
what I'm
your
saying.
wing.
That's what I'm
almost.
saying. But
It's almost like mentorship. Like it's one thing to tell somebody something to kind of steer them in the right direction. And then it's another thing to actually mentor somebody.
Yeah.
Because if I mentor you, I'm absolutely taking you under my wing.
Okay.
And we're walking this together. We talking this. Nigga, when you cry, I cry.
Yeah.
When you need something to be prayed about, I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
As opposed to saying, hey, shorty, do good with yourself. Now, this the motherfucker that I see in front of the gas station all the time. Hey, shorty, I thought I just saw you yesterday, but you do good with yourself.
Yeah.
As opposed to saying, hey, shorty, what you doing today? Come get in the car. Let's go take a ride. Let me show you something.
Right.
So,
Okay, so
it's a hands-on approach as opposed to just telling them.
True. But let me ask y'all this about while we on movies and the whole game, Empire. When he tried to take him out the game and show him some real legit.
That's fake though.
But he robbed him.
I don't even know what season you on with that
Huh?
one. I don't even know. See, that's a musical, man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Empire's
like,
a music. That's like the sound
it's
of
real
music.
people out here that do that. Like, I know people that's in the game. Like, okay, I got out the game. I'm doing car dealerships on real estate right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this. Get out the game and come do this. Legit. But you, like you said, you got people that just love the streets so much.
Yeah, I think
They don't
they
realize
the
that there's other opportunities out here for them to do something better with their life.
Yeah, because it's not as exciting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not as
Well,
exciting.
it is, but they don't never get a chance to. They don't want to introduce themselves to nothing new because they come in his comfort zone.
Yeah, because I mean, okay, look at it like this. If you go to the club to get, you know what I'm saying, to get pussy, and you come in because you that nigga.
Right.
You that nigga from the streets. You know what I'm saying? She know, ooh, girl,
I'm glad
that's
you
dude.
said that, but go
You know what
ahead
I'm saying? But it's a little different than you come to the club and you trying to get a motherfucker wet. Off some, hey baby, I got a 401k and an IRA that's booming right now. My stock portfolio I just made, you know, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like I said,
because you want to still stay in that world.
I'm glad you brought that up because same scenario. Okay, so you come in, you buying the bottles, you impressing everybody. They give you love when you come in. Versus, like I said, you come in and you the club owner. It's a different kind of love. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you should be introducing them to. But I own this club. I'm not coming here to buy bottles because I sell dope and everybody love me because I'm buying bottles. I'm coming here as a club owner and I'm giving you bottles. You see what I'm saying?
Right, but that female ain't gonna like. She not gonna fuck the club owner.
Why not?
Because she's not attracted to him on how he got his money. She's attracted to Ray because Ray out there in them streets putting bodies down. You know what I'm saying, to get his money.
I hear what you're saying.
It's the whole bad boy role again.
I disagree with what you're saying. I don't disagree, but I'm
okay. Well, let me ask you this.
It's a certain.
Let me ask you this.
It's a whole other female class that you deal with once you're a club owner.
Right, but let me ask you this though: how many club owners versus street dudes get pussy thrown at them? Like the club owner and the street dude going to the same spot.
Right.
Who getting pussy thrown at them the most? You feel what I'm saying? That street dude got.
Because he going in there showing a different persona. But
what I'm saying is the females are more attracted to the street dude because of his persona versus the club owner.
I guess that's what I'm saying. It depends on what kind of females you deal with.
No, I'm saying how many throwing pussy at. Like, I'm not saying neither one of them don't have the females that's attracted to him, but the females who are attracted to the club owner, out of 100, you might get 20.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You know what I'm saying? But the street nigga, he gonna have 70.
Because that club owner not finna go in and throw 30,000-40,000 on the table. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter what he do.
He gonna be that low key dude.
It don't matter what he do. I'm telling you, man. You can take two dudes. You can take two twins right now. Dress one in a Brooks Brothers suit that makes 100 racks a year, and dress the other in that street gear that makes 100 racks on the street, and I'm telling you, that street nigga gonna get more ass thrown at him. Seriously. So it's the appeal.
So then, okay, like if we take that back again, then it's like what we were saying. It's something about women that influences a fucking dude's decision to do what he do. So with bragging about stuff that you really don't be doing, with taking 10 bags and saying you a kingpin, it all boils down to, because y'all kind of sidebar just a little bit, but y'all started talking about the women. it's always about the women.
Right.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. So
day,
they influence the shit that we do, the shit that we lie about, the shit that we show.
Yes.
So what the fuck is we giving these bros this much power for? Maybe that's the problem.
They got the coochie.
But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all
because
about.
we want the gushy.
No matter what you do, how you live, it's all about impressing a woman.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do in life. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, certain things is to impress your guy. If you compete with your guy on, let's like a lot of the guys on the show are car guys. You know what I'm saying? So your guy gonna understand what a 350 motor mean.
Yeah.
Your girl just know you got a nice car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain things you compete, but on the big spectrum, it's more for the female.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It is.
I don't
But
get
like
a
I say,
fade because I want y'all to say, man, that's a cold ass haircut. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, like I say, at the
You
end
had
of the
some
day,
shit like that on Facebook before. Like, don't no nigga get no haircut to say
Nope.
for another nigga to say that's a nice ass haircut.
Right? Can I touch your waves?
Yeah.
like I say, at the end of the day, it's about what kind of woman you attracting. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Once you hit that status, you attracting a whole different kind of female. And that's what guys need to be turned on to. Like, okay, you are here attracting the motherfucking woman that wants your money versus a woman that get money and want to, you know what I'm saying, get money with you.
I agree wholeheartedly with you.
No, you
but
just want a woman that know you got money.
but at the end of the day, who do you think finna slob you down the best? That corporate
Woman that's-
female?
Right, the one that's trying to get some money.
No, I said
from
slob you down the best.
you. The one that's trying to get money from you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So which
I
one you
feel-
want
I
to
feel
go
what
home
you're
with that
saying.
night? You know?
Yeah.
You don't want to go home with the prissy chick that got the corporate job
Right.
with the left, right, left instructions while you fucking. You won't, you know what I'm saying?
hey, you know what? You know what? You know my word. If ever I'm on this radio, blew away, Rickey T, y'all gonna hear the word sidebar. So I just wanted to say that this is definitely one right here. That goes to show y'all right there the reason how come we like the hood rats. And I'm not saying we because I'm a married man, so don't take that shit and run with it.
Right.
But what I'm saying, men as a general, that's why they like the hood rats. Because the hood rats is the one that's go the extra yard because for some strange reason they want this nigga. But the one that gets satisfied and say, oh, I got this nigga already. You ain't gonna do shit to make his toes curl.
Right.
Okay, I'm back now. I just wanted to say that shit.
But this, I mean, but you are completely right. I mean, when you in the bed, you got her bent over between the corporate and the hood chick. Who gonna throw it back the best?
The hood
The
chick.
hood chick.
Yeah,
The
so it's
hood
kind of
chick.
like,
Me
you
being
know,
Ricky Bobby. This is what I do if you ever hear this show. I piggyback. So I'm going to jump off what Ricky T said. Rick blew away. You know what I'm saying?
I sidebar, you piggyback.
Right, we got to make a note on the show.
Stezo just run shit.
No, we got Stezo petty. I'm waiting on that to come out. He ain't did it tonight, but you know,
That's because ain't nothing petty came
Yeah, ain't
out
nothing
yet.
petty
Ain't
came
nothing
out
petty
yet.
but,
came
you know
out
what I'm
yet.
saying?
Yes.
Like I say,
We doing good.
versus what you saying, that side chick gonna do all that fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, you didn't want that corporate chick that's gonna maintain your money and have your back. Like if you go to jail or motherfucking get in a situation where you pent up and you fall off, that side, the chick that's got money got your back. You see what I'm saying?
but you gonna
She got
turn
something
her
to the
into,
table.
but you gonna try your best to make her.
True. That
But
is
you know what the
little
nigga
bit
gonna
like-
do? The nigga gonna let the motherfucking corporate chick get them out of jail, and they gonna run over that savage house when they get out of jail.
But I just
Stezo slow clap.
it's
I'm sorry, Stezo slow clap.
it's
Yeah,
a balance.
I gotta get him.
You already know.
It's a balance, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have the corporate chick and the hood chick.
Yeah, poor corporate chick. We just need your money. Sorry. You keep your little
We
vagina.
need your money. We need you to manage our money.
At the end of the day, that's that motherfucker you gonna want to have a family with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm looking at it from what you said, but like
Right.
I'm seeing what you said,
It's a
and I
bigger
could dig
perspective
it.
with that.
But I'm
You
just
know what I'm
laughing at it in a joking type of way because men don't give a fuck about the corporate chick. We just do not love her. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't because you got.
I mean, some
gotta get power.
some guys do. Yeah, some
you
guys
got motherfucking Tasha versus
do.
Angela.
The boy,
But I think
Tasha the girl, versus Angela the boy.
But I think
Yeah.
it's like the more
He is built like
I think it's more like the opposite. I think the dude that done had so many hood rat he want the corporate chick and he love her. He really cares about her.
It's like the grass is greener thing.
Yeah, because he stays his ass in trouble and he need her to get him out of trouble.
Yeah.
And he love the way she help him
And
out.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
but then you got like the dude, like if you got the corporate dude and his woman corporate,
he wants
she
the
don't
hood.
need shit from me.
He wants the
so
hood
I need
rat.
somebody that needs something from me.
right. I feel like, because like you said, you're going to try and turn that hood chick into the corporate chick because you get best of both
I'm
worlds
not
that
necessarily
way.
saying that you gonna try to turn her
I'm
to
just
anything.
saying, me personally.
I'm gonna come in and say you not really gonna turn her to shit. You gonna really like her for just the way that she is.
Because that's you gotta look at the show. Like,
if you already got the corporate, you mean
Nah,
to tell me that
no.
you turn the hood rat into something different?
But you're gonna want, you're gonna want her.
Okay, but won't that take away from why you wanted the hood rat in the first place?
No,
not really.
Do you
Not
watch
really.
the show?
If you what show? Are we talking about a show?
No, we just talking
That's what I
about.
was asking. Like,
In general though. I mean, think about it.
I didn't know we was talking about.
no. I'm just saying, like, it's a scenario.
Yeah.
Power. He took the hood chick and turned her on to what he
I know
doing.
about that. The little dark skinned chick. I know exactly
Tasha, his wife,
right,
the one he married, had kids with. You know what I'm saying?
But she was a regular hood chick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he turned her into the corporate chick where they started making money, and she learned the game. But he getting the best of both worlds with that. But like y'all said,
she was learnable. Everyone's not learnable.
But no, she really was learnable because from what I know from the show, she don't want him to leave the streets alone.
right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
But
So
he trying to turn her
what's
to
the
the
reason?
he's
What's the
trying to
reason
make
of
her.
her not wanting him to leave the streets alone?
She likes that
She's
status.
that lifestyle, like Stezo said.
So
Yeah.
Like Stezo said, you gonna get the one that's gonna slob you off the best way she can.
Yeah.
But she addicted to that
that
mentality.
status. She like that status.
Yeah.
okay, sidebar. I think that kind of goes along with a woman being a man's greatest downfall. Because if you got a woman that's attracted to that street dude, you got these dumbass dudes that want to make themselves into street dudes because they know that attract that woman.
Exactly.
So women
That's what we
don't want
said.
why, so like because the women don't want the men to be better than who they are. Men not focus on. God damn, it's a lot of power in the vagina.
Yes. Yes.
I wanna pee
God
you.
damn,
I
man.
want to pee you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just that's what it boils down. That's what I'm saying. The small pack brag.
But like you said, Blue,
You know?
It was
everything falls back to a woman.
Yeah.
Listen, it was a story in the Bible. Anybody that know about John the Baptist, the king told this woman, "You be my wife. I will give you anything that you want." She said, "I want John the Baptist's head on a silver platter," and that nigga did it because he knew he had to keep his word.
Right.
See?
John the Baptist, the one that baptized Jesus, anybody, but what I'm saying is what we was talking about, women being a downfall. John the Baptist was killed because another woman told this dude, I want his head on a platter.
I mean, it
and
goes
because
back
the
to
man
the
had
beginning
to
of the
honor
Bible.
what he said to impress
Eve
her.
wanted Adam to eat the apple.
Hey, but the nigga ain't even had no beef with John. He only did it because that broad asked him
That's
to.
my point.
Yeah.
Like, Adam
God
might not even
damn,
been hungry,
the
but you
vagina.
want me to eat this apple for what? I ain't hungry. I like strawberries.
Right.
You want me the apple?
He told the guy, said, don't
Right.
touch that.
Exactly. But
she's
I
sitting
wouldn't
there.
be
The
you.
power of the P, man. So women, I'm talking to y'all ass right now. Why y'all don't use that for positive shit to make a man better? What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man?
Because it doesn't benefit them.
No, man, benefit them or not. And the ones that does do a good job, stop sitting there listening to all these crazy ass bras cackling and talking shit and adding to the bullshit when y'all could help. Y'all always sit back and offer that girlfriend listening ear,
it doesn't
but y'all
benefit,
don't help.
It don't benefit them. Like you said, old girl wanted his head on the platter.
So that's
beneficial to her.
And I bet you any amount of money that girl knew a female that could have told her ass, bitch, you crazy. Don't do that shit.
Right, but she didn't want to talk to her.
She
She gonna talk to the dude with the power to get it done.
No. She didn't have time to go talk to her because she was at home with her man.
So like,
why-
what's wrong with women that's what they want though? What's wrong with them? Are they missing something in their life? What happened to them that's what they want?
They are the world.
But why they don't want the good nigga?
No, they want you good for what you can do good, but when you can't do great, they just gonna get another.
Like how y'all was just talking about power. Y'all said that this broad rather had this nigga on the street than doing legitimate.
Yeah, she don't want to go on legit.
So what the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers nowadays?
All right. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode.
That was good. That was really good.
Anybody got parting shots they want to Got some more parting shots?
No, I just really quick want to say thank y'all for inviting me to this. This is my first time, and I've been invited plenty of times, but I finally showed up, and I really enjoyed myself. And for those that did listen, thank y'all for listening. And I'm not crazy. I'm just fucked up.
All right, we out.